Hey folks, this is Sunny Fakuri, aka Darth Caboose here, and welcome back to my channel. And we are here with our fourth campaign of Let's Play Labyrinth, The Awakening, and this is the 7th turn. We've gotten to 7 turns, can you believe it? It's pretty cool. Oh, actually, it's kind of expected when you're trying to put an enforcement on yourself where you have to get 2 victory conditions to win the game as opposed to 1. And while we are very close to getting one of those victory conditions, which is the resource victory, I am struggling to see how the heck we're going to get the second one. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, I tell you that right now. But things are looking pretty good for us. We have a lot of reaction markers in the rock, and we're kind of set up to go for that happening because we currently have 5 resources. However, that 5 resources does mean that the US bot is going to try and reassess itself to hard and then possibly perform regime change. So maybe we don't have that victory condition in the bag. We'll have to see how it plays out. But they do have 9 cards because they finally decide, you know what, Afghanistan doesn't seem like a nice place. Let's get out of there. so that's going on right now. Let's go and flip over cards and see what we have to play with. Uh-oh, this seems like a fairly bad hand. Okay. So we have FMS. Humanitarian aid. That's a little rough. Abu Ghraib. And Special Forces. Okay, so we have to kind of manage this hand a little bit. Fracking seems to be really, really bad because that, in the long run, is going to be more funding losses until the next oil price spike. So that's kind of almost unplayable. FMS, well, that's fine. Taliban Resurgence, though, is pretty cool because that could allow us to establish the caliphate in Syria. No, wait, it says play if able to remove 3 cells in a civil war regime change country. Place 2 plots of any level and conduct 2 jihad there. Why would you have to have at least 3 cells there? I don't fully understand that. And we do the critical middle card, cool. In a poor level 1 or 2 resource country, place or travel up to 2 cells there. That's like a way of getting more recruits out of that. That's pretty nice. Okay, let's play some hand management here. Let's dump some of these really bad cards from our hand, if we can. What's this over here? Cool. Place any one resource country with 2 or more cells there under Islamist inter-civil war. That could be a great way of slowing down Libya. I like that a lot. Should I bash my head against the Gulf states? I may just have to do that. What's the plan here? Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and play Special Forces first. I'm going to have the United States go first. I think I'm going to do some damage control with this hand. So let's go to the bot chart and see what they do. I think it's actually over here, right? So choosing cells... when an event instructor removes cells, the US bot uses disrupt priorities. Okay, so we're going to go to disrupt priorities and see where they pick for that. Pakistan, unless no arsenal. Syria, unless no arsenal. Iran, nope. Philippines, nope. Good. None and good, then fair, then poor. None of them are in fair. Poor, there's 2 possibilities. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Let's look at that card again. Troops! They have no troops on the board, so that actually does nothing. They only have local security forces, so I think we get away with that. Let me just consult the Special Forces, as in the original game, yeah. So they can't consult the, they can't do that, so. Woohoo! Excellent. Alright, are there any other cards that have to do with troops? Let me just double check that real quick. No. So, okay, we get a free, well, yeah, let's go ahead and play that card early, I guess. We're going to go ahead and recruit, once in Afghanistan. No, we're gonna do it in Syria, I guess. Let's do that. Next card! Let's go ahead and play UNSCR. So remove one cell from a civil war country, and then place UNSCR 1973 there. This is considered to be one troop, and by itself does not suffer prestige loss from jihadist operations. Remove one civil war ends. So we're gonna play this card. It's a little unfortunate, but it has to be done. They're gonna remove a cell in there, but we're gonna put 2 right back. So we'll just sort of do that right now, and they are going to get that little marker there. So let us see expansion pieces. UNSCR 1973. There we go. So there's another cell troop there, just sort of slowing us down. I believe it is considered a troop. Yes. So had we played that before the special forces, he would have actually been able to inflict a loss there. But thankfully, that was not the case. Over to the United States with their 2 cards. So they're up, and their first card is going to be trade embargo. If U.S. play blocks NPT ignored, remove Iranian WMD +1 prestige. Boo! Let's see what the U.S. does with that card. So it's going to be trade embargo. Trade embargo. Yep, that looks like they're just going to play it. Well, there goes Iran. Blocks NPT, so we're going to go ahead and mark this guy. Mark, mark, mark. Nope, I don't think there's a marker for it, so we're going to have to get one manually. Trade embargo. NPT protocols are followed. So this guy is removed, so we no longer have access to that WMD there. That's a little unfortunate. But the US also gets a prestige, I believe. Yes. Now, I'm not sure if they get another prestige because they remove the Iranian WMD, because, remember, the US always gets the prestige whenever they remove a WMD. So this isn't very clear if they get 2 prestige. I'm going to assume they do. If anyone wants to sort of correct me on that, that would be appreciated. So they get 2 prestige, and this is a neutral card, so they are going to give themselves 2 reserves. By the way, they could not reassess because the card had to be a 3-ops card, so no choices there. A little unfortunate. Their second card is going to be Al-Shahab. This is a jihadist card, so they are not going to reassess, and they are going to follow the chart down here. Okay, so they have 2 ops to play with. Disrupt and poor Muslim at cells minus cubes. Syria does have that condition met. Actually, no, because they have 3, so never mind. So no, they cannot do that. Islamist rule, greater than equal to 3. They cannot do regime change. They are soft and squishy. Worf idea in Muslim with DRM greater than equal to 0? I believe so. Their DRM is currently at 0, so that is a possibility. Let us see if they can, and they have the reserves to pick a country. So let's see if they can do that. Okay, so they're going to pick poor first, and then fair. So it looks like the one with the highest DRM is Libya. That's what it looks like. So, yeah, because they have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have a +5. That's, no matter what we roll, they succeed. So they're going to do that. They have to spend a reserve point to do so, though. So, this guy is discarded. And they, essentially, they can roll the die. They get a 1. That's fine. +5 is 6. That is enough to improve the governance 1 level to fair. Now, in doing so, an awakening marker is removed. But that's just dandy. They're on their way to getting this country under their control. And that was both of their cards. They are done. It is over to us now with our 2 cards. And we gotta think about how we can react to this. So, we still have some bad cards we need to manage, though. And we don't have a lot of cells left to place. If we play humanitarian aid, where would that go? Okay, so let's see here. Humanitarian aid, I believe when placing aid, placing markers, when placing aid or uses Wharf idea Muslim priorities box. Okay, so if we were to play that card, where would they put the aid? Wharf idea, regime change, Caliphate capital, Pakistan, civil war. So it seems like it would be in Syria. So we could wait a little bit to play these 2 cards. We could slow them down by playing Abu Ghraib, place an active cell and a reaction marker in Iraq, -1 prestige. Not a huge deal. Play if able to remove 3 cells in a civil war regime change country. Place 2 plots of any level and conduct 2 jihad there. Well, the problem is that this country is already pretty rough, and we don't have enough to do the... It also says to ignore shifts to Islamist rule, so this is essentially not a great card. It's a 3-ops card, though, so that's fine. Also, we're at maximum funding, so this is a little unfortunate. I think we should just start making our move towards the Gulf states. That might be what we have to do. I'm actually fine with leaving these 4 there, though, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and play FMS. Let's do that. So place 2 local security forces in 1 ally country, even if not in civil war. Sorry, even if in civil war. Even if not. Okay, whoops. So yeah, so they get to pick any ally country to put those in. I believe the way this works is placing placing cubes uses the disrupt priorities box in reverse order. Okay, so let's go ahead and consult that real quick. The disrupt in reverse order. So with aid, right? Because they're going. Did I read that right? It's going to be in reverse order. So let's see here. Placing cubes. Placing or replacing cubes. Disrupt in reverse order. Okay, so they're gonna pick a country with aid, because that's the first one, right? With aid. So there's multiple choices there. There's Libya. No, there's Libya. That's it. So they're gonna place their 2 local security forces there. Fair enough. So 2 local security forces make their way over there, because that's the only country. Nope. Turkey is not an ally country, so they can't pick that. And that's pretty much it. With aid, done. Okay. That was their card play. That was the play of the FMS. No, that was our card play. Whoops. Now we have our 2 ops to play with. We're going to move 2 cells from Saudi Arabia over to the Gulf states. And then... we're gonna go ahead and play We're gonna go ahead and play coup to move 1 cell from Iraq to the Gulf states. Okie dokie. It is over to the United States now with their action. Congress acts. Ooh, ouch. Immediately end sequestration. If troops on track, US, even if soft, performs a regime change operation in any country in civil war, remove civil war marker there. Ouch! So let us see here what happens. Congress acts. Adversary, then neutral, poor, then highest resource. So they're going to play this event. Sequestration is not in effect, so no problems there. But they can perform a regime change because even if they're soft, so they are, and they will do that. In any country in civil war, remove civil war marker there. So let's go ahead and do that. So they're going to perform a regime change. They do it with 6 troops. So 6 of these guys are going to make their way over there. And this guy is now gone. They are now a regime change country. But we have to do all the regime change actions, if you will, right? So let's just put that guy up there. Okay, so regime change, right? I don't believe there are any... yeah, so US if soft performs a regime change operation in any country in civil war. Remove civil war marker there. Here we go, regime change. Overthrow Islamist rule, but in this case it's actually going to be a civil war country, so that doesn't happen. Deploy 6+ troops. So they deploy 6 there. All cells go to active. All cells go to active, shift to ally, and roll governance. So their governance is going to be poor, but they become an ally. Place green regime change marker, and then roll for prestige. So rolling for prestige, that's rolling a single die. It's going to be, we'll see what happens. They get a 2, which means it's going to, the prestige is going to drop, and their prestige will drop by 1, the lower of the 2. So their prestige goes down to 4. U.S. the world isn't quite happy about what they just did there. And now officially the regime change, the civil war ends. So when the civil war ends, by event play, remove the civil war marker, remove all local security forces, and the country is now subject to normal rules of the game. So these guys are now gone. As is the UNSCR 1970. This guy only stays in the country during civil war, so this guy's gone too. And we now have a regime change issue going on in Syria. Huzzah. Although they can disrupt for prestige, so we have to be a little bit cautious. That was their first card. Their second card is probably going to be the disrupt. Nope, it is Boston Marathon. So this is a jihadist card, so they are not going to use it for the event. They are instead going to use the one operation point to check to see what they can do. So let us see here. Oh, right, over here. Nope, over here. Okay, so they have one op. There are no plots on the board, so they can skip that part, and we go straight to here. Playable non-jihadist. No, it is jihadist, so we skip that. Disrupt and poor Muslim. Nope, they only have 2 ops, so no. Islamist rule greater than or equal to 3, and regime change possible. No. Or if idea and Muslim with DRM greater than or equal to 0. That's possible. They can target a fair country. Currently they're at a 0 modifier, and they have 2 ops, so we'll see if there are any countries that are eligible. So it seems like Libya would probably be the choice there. So let's do the math. This is at a -1, so no. This is at a -1 too, because they're going from fair to good, so no. This one is at a 0, +1, +2, +3, +4, -1. They're at a +3, and this is only at a +1. So it looks like they're going to pick Libya, which is at the +3, for their war of ideas. Let's go ahead and do that. So they're going to roll a die, and they're going to get +3 to it. They get a 3. 3 + 3 is 6. That is enough. They spend the reserves and all that stuff, and the country now goes to good. Yes, sir. So country goes to good. The United States has another resource country under their control. The aid marker goes away. These awakening markers also go away. I believe the local security forces go away too. Let me consult the rules. Other changes. It seems like local security forces are only removed at the conclusion of a civil war, but not when the country goes to good? Huh. I'm trying to figure things out here right now. Reaches a good state of good governance, falls into civil war. That's when the awakening markers are removed. And when they fall into civil war, that's when you place the local security forces. But I don't know if they're removed per se. Yeah, the awakening markers are removed when the country enters good governance or Islamist rule. I think these guys just stay put, so they're just hanging about, despite the fact that the country is good. So this country is going to be a bit harder for us to convert. Okay, we're not quite done yet. We have to do convergence. A good country was created, so they get a chance to place an awakening marker. We're going to roll on the global table. We get a 1 and a 1. The 1 tan corresponds to column number 4, so it's going to be Morocco. A awakening marker is placed in Morocco. Uh-oh, that is a little scary, because that is enough awakening markers for them to possibly, if over time Morocco will go to ally and then to good, and that's pretty rough. So we're gonna have to do something quick, or else it's gonna be GG for us. Yes, I just said GG out loud. Okay, that was both of their cards, and we also have played 4 cards, so that is the end of their turn, and there are no plots on the board, so it is back to us. I feel like we should do some jihadin going on, but I think first thing I want to do is I want to play fracking. I'm going to use this for the plotting action, and we're going to plot 3 times in the Gulf states. This is going to be really hard because you have to get 1s to place plots there, but we will try our luck. We roll 3 die, We get 3 failures. That's fine, though. We were able to get that guy out of the way. And then I think what I want to do is I want to play Taliban Resurgent, and I want to do a triple triple minor jihad in the Gulf states. And this is risky, but I'm trying to get the country over to fair at least. So here we go. We get 1 success, so these 2 are caught and sent off to the funding track, but this guy does succeed, and he is able to worsen the governance 1 level. Excellent. That should slow the United States down a little bit. Although it's going to be a little bit painful to move guys back out there, but that's quite alright. Okay, it's over to the United States now. They have popular support. Place 1 awakening or 1 reaction mark in any country which already has 1 of the same type. I believe this is popular support. This has no listing. And then another in an adjacent country. This is a really good card for them. So, they're going to place awakening markers, yes. So, when placing awakening markers, they follow the War of Idea Muslim Priorities box, which is over here. I'm looking at the board like, where is it? It's over here. So they're going to place, what was the card again? They're going to place 1 awakening mark in a country that already has 1 and then 1 adjacent to it. So we're going to pick the 1 first, and we'll, from the remaining priorities, we'll go from there. So lowest number of plot dice, that's everything. Regime change, that is going to be Syria. But Syria does not have the awakening marker there, so we skip that. Right, we could say Syria is a country that's picked, but we have to pick Turkey to do so. We'll see if Turkey's the one picked, though. Caliphate capital, none on the board. Pakistan. Not a choice. Syria, nope. Iran, nope. Civil War, nope. Adjacent, good ally. Did I do this right? Yeah, seems like I did. Adjacent, good ally. Looks like the Gulf states is a possibility, as is Algeria or Sudan. No, sorry, Gulf states is not a possibility. It looks like it's going to be either Algeria or Sudan. Okay, so we have 2 choices. Highest resource is going to be Algeria. So Algeria gets themselves a nice little awakening marker, flippity flip flip, and then they pick a country adjacent to that. The only choice is Morocco, so they get another 1. This is not good. These countries are about to go to the good side. And that is no me gusta. That was their first card. Their second card, oh, and was that was a neutral card, yes. So they also get reserves added to their, they get reserves added. Quds Force, play for on that ally. That is the case. But this is a jihadist card during the US's turn, so they get 3 operations points to play with. We will consult the chart. Can they reassess? Well, they could, but this is the second card, so no, they cannot. Playable non-jihadist? No. Disrupt in poor Muslim at cells minus cubes greater than or equal to 2. Gulf states is not possible because there's only 1 there. This, they have 6 to 4, so no. So no, they can't do that. Islamist rule, nope, they can't regime change because they are at soft. War of Idea in, by the way, this should be over here. War of Idea in Muslim with DRM greater than or equal to 0. Yes, I think there are many choices there. So right now they have 3 operations points, and they are at a total of 0 DRM here. So let's go through all of the poor countries first because they pick poor with highest DRM first, as long as the DRM is 0 or greater. So it looks like Algeria, Tunisia is going to be the choice here. Turkey has a +2. This also has a +2, but it has a neighboring good ally, so it's going to be +3. This is only at a +2, so it looks like Algeria, Tunisia is going to be the choice here. Now, optimally, you think they'd want to pick Morocco, but actually this is at a +3, and it's a fair. They actually do the poor then the fair country, so it's going to be Algeria here. So they're rolling at a +3. They get a 2. 2 + 3 is 5. That is sufficient to get the country to an ally. Scary times, scary times. Alright, so it is over. They're done. It is over to, yeah, they're done with their 2 cards. It's over to us now. We have to play our 2 cards. I want to play Humanitarian last, if possible. I can't recruit with that. Oh, this is actually really good now. No, but it's in Iraq. If it only was in Syria. Dang shame. It's a crying shame, I tells you. It's just, I'm not going fast enough, I feel. Okay, let's go ahead and play Abu Ghraib. And we're going to do this to move 2 cells. I'm going to move one from Iraq to the Gulf States and one from Afghanistan to Pakistan. That's going to be that action. And then, oh god, I'm going to go ahead and play a 1-op card to attempt to place a plot in the Gulf States. Anything to slow them down. We roll a die, we get a 6. That is unfortunate. That is the end of that. And it's over to the United States with their 2 cards. So they have 3 ops cards. That's really, really good. So they have 3 ops. This is a jihadist card. Can they reassess? You know, I think they can. Let's see here. Reassessment possible? Yes. Reassessment possible if all 3 bullets are true. First card of action phase and card is 3 ops. Yes, it is. U.S. reserves at 2 and another card in U.S. hand. Yes. U.S. soft and Islamist resources grading with a 3. Okay, so it looks like they can do a reassessment. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to use that 3 ops card and their next card, which is 2 ops. They combine the 2 with at least 1 reserve to get 3, and that is enough to reassess them to hard. So they're going to flip over to hard. Just a sec, folks. We got a chopper flying overhead. Yeah, I live fairly close to an airport, so that's to be expected. But usually they're not that loud. Anyway, so that was the United States' complete turn. They reassessed from soft to hard, and it is back to us with our last card. We have to play it, unfortunately. This allows them to place an aid marker. We're going to let them place the aid marker first because we might be able to do a jihad there to get out of there. But in placing aid markers through events, I believe they... placing markers. When placing aid or awakening markers or removing... The U.S. spot uses the War of Idea Muslim Priorities box. Okay, so we go to the War of Idea Muslim Priority box, lowest number of plot dice, and then regime change. So they are going to place the aid marker in Syria, which makes sense. I mean, why would they not do that? And I believe that's a valid target because it's place an aid marker in any country with a cell. There are cells in Syria, so that's perfectly fine. And we are going to... you know what, I think we're going to plot in Syria. I think that's probably the best thing to do because that'll hurt their prestige a little bit. So we're going to roll a single die. We get a 1, that's great. It's going to be enough to place a plot, we're going to place a plot 1 there actually. Because we can only place a plot 1 there because that was a 1-op card. So that's that. Yes sir, that was that. Over to the United States with their last card. They have 2. So they do have enough to alert the plot. Let's go ahead and go to the alert flowchart. Start. WD country. No. Free ops available. Yes. Last card of phase. Or U.S. reserves less than or equal to less than 2. Yes. This is the last card of the phase because this is the only card they have left. So they are going to go to the alert table. What do we have here? Our funding is going to be at 8 essentially. Well, it's at 9. Any Islamist rule? Yes. Their prestige is going to be at 3. And no other plots. World posture is not the exact same. It's actually opposite. And they will lose a prestige at the end of the turn. And that is pretty much it. So as of right now, their prestige is 3 and the funding is at 9. So we have 9 and 3. And in a Muslim country, we see N. No. Do not alert the plot. They will lose a prestige, though. But that's fine. Instead, they are going to do the event, which actually makes sense. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Looks like they're going to capture him and gain 3 prestige for their problem. So, oh well. Yeah. And they will add the operations points to reserves. I don't know if they actually do anything else because they can't do it completely. I would say not. Maybe it makes it harder. I think in the past, if they were at full reserves, they just didn't do anything with them. But maybe they should. I don't know. Not clear. Maybe I'm misreading it. So this guy's removed out of play, and they get 3 prestige for capturing the dude. And that is it. The plot goes off, and we roll a single die. You know, I think I maybe should have put more than one because I have to roll to remove this. We get a 1, which is enough to remove the aid, though, so that's good. And this guy is just returned because we are at the end of the turn. We also get a funding, but that's maxed out, and the U.S. loses a prestige because there were troops there when that plot went off. So at least they're not going to get the +1 modifier. That's okay. Okay, it is the end of the turn. Let us consult the almighty chart here for what we do. Fracking is removed because that was used to plot with. Okay. -1 funding. Skadoosh. Lose a prestige. They don't get it back. Oh, also they're at -2 now, so that's actually really, really good. +1 prestige. Nope. Reserve 0. Nope, they stay up. Return plots to available. Done. Then we conduct polarization. Okay, so polarization is going to happen. Let's see what we have here. We have some that are going to happen in the North Africa area. We have Iraq that's going to fall, and that will be pretty much it. So let's go ahead and do this. So there are 3 in Morocco, which is enough to convert the country 1 step towards ally and then 1 step up in governance. So they're going to go to ally. And then Algeria has 2. That is not enough to do any changes, but it is enough to place another awakening marker there for the next round. And of course, Iraq, our lovely Iraq, has 4 awakening reaction markers there. That is enough to cause the governance to degrade from poor to Islamist rule. Islamist rule, we get the resources there, and these markers are gone. And we did it! We have won the game, except we really haven't, because remember, I told you guys we have to get 2 victory conditions to win this game. So we won on normal difficulty, but we haven't won yet on hard difficulty. That still remains to be seen. So we'll have to sort of go from there and see if we can possibly win after that. So, yeah. Now, I am going to treat... I am going to consider that, like, I have met that victory condition, even if I lose it, just to make things a little bit easier for me, as opposed to, like, having to have them at the same time simultaneously. The U.S. is going to keep considering this as being sufficient for staying hard, and they will probably do regime changes just to slow me down, but we have to keep going and see what happens. Yeah, so this has been turn number 7, but we're not quite done yet because we have to... conduct we have to also conduct convergence since this country went to Islamist rule. So we roll on the Muslim global table. We get a 3 and a 1, and the 3 corresponds to column number 5, and the 1 is going to be Syria. Ooh, that is very convenient. A reaction marker is placed in Syria. Woohoo! Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's gonna slow them down and pin them down in Syria a little bit longer. So good times for all. Okay, so we have done convergence. We would do attrition, but there are no... The civil war ended in Syria because the United States troops decided to act, so no attrition there. Deal you cards. Ooh, it's going to be 9 for us, 8 for them. So we're going to go back and forth, and in fact we're going to trigger our first reshuffle. So just go back and forth here. 2... Yep, no more cards, so let's go ahead and reshuffle the deck. Turn to drawback. Shuffle. Alright, and we will keep drawing from there. And the 9th card for us, the US only gets 8 cards. Ooh, got a nice bit of rain coming in right now over in Southern California. Okay, it looks like that is going to be it for this turn. Let me just make sure. Draw new cards, remove lapsing events. I don't think there were any. Return off-map forces to the track, and then regime change to 10. This guy does flip over to 10, just to indicate that they've been there for a while now. Okay, guys, and that is pretty much going to be it for this turn here. This was turn number 7. We are, of course, not done, but I think I can safely consider this being a victory, and a close one at that. Oh my gosh, the U.S. was nipping at our heels. They are currently at, what is it now? 1, 2, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 resources, but they were very close to getting the last remaining ones. So now they have fallen down to 6 because they did lose control of the Gulf States, and we just have to sort of take it from there and see how it goes. And of course, we have triggered our first deck reshuffle, so that has to go there. This has been turn number 7, and yeah, we'll see how this goes on in turn number 8 of our extended playthrough of Labyrinth: The Awakening. I hope you guys have been enjoying this, and I will see you all next time for our 4th campaign of Labyrinth: The Awakening, turn number 8. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.